excited?
Super excited.
Now for some tofu. It's a weird texture. Oh, that's spicy. So we're gonna go to Biru Restaurant behind us in that building over there.
Sorry guys, how do we get to Biru? Okay.
Okay guys, so they just brought the hot pot. We got a dual one, which is the chili broth and the bone broth.
I think the flavor is going to be good.
Okay guys, we've got the chili broth. It's a bit spicy. It eats at the back of the throat. And then it's salty. Okay. I'm scared of the bone broth one. It looks like it's like murky. It tastes like pork. But it's nice. That is the vegetable platter. Those are the corn dumplings. We've got glass noodles. And that is the wagyu beef. And these are the pork dumplings. Okay guys, so they have a bunch of items here which you can use as a dipping sauce. So I'm gonna put a bit of chili in mine and a little bit of barbecue. Some garlic and they've got sesame oil and white wine vinegar and things there, but I'm just gonna stick with this. waitress was so nice. She told us to get a dipping sauce. So I just put some chili, barbecue, and garlic in mine. And then she's gonna make a special one for Andre. And then I'm gonna taste it and see if I like it. Did you dip this in the chili one or in the
Chili one. But then no. Get it dying over it because it shrinks like a few seconds. You guys go. Let's go.
Is it done?
Yeah.
This is Wagyu beef. That's good. It's very bulky. What do you think of the hot pot?
It was very nice. The spicy one is quite spicy. Not hot, but spicy. The bone marrow one, I like that one. I prefer that one. In general, quite nice. You need to be a rabbit to eat all of this food. Yeah, awesome.
Hey guys, okay, so as you can see, it is a different day because I'm obviously wearing different clothes than the day that we went and tried the hot pot at Biru. But I just wanted to put in a clip at the end to just tie everything together and just speak to you about 3 things that I'm breaking my experience down. So the first thing is the cost, the second thing is the atmosphere, and the third thing is the quality and your quantity. So basically your value for money. Okay, so the first thing, we went, as you can see, I showed you all of the items that we ordered. We ordered a Wagyu beef platter, which obviously made it a little bit more expensive, but my husband did want to try it, and that platter was 200 rand, so our total cost was 700, including drinks, which we had a Coke each. So if you take off the Wagyu, it's about 500 rand for 2 people. Okay, so taking that into account, okay, excluding the Wagyu for 500 rand, we had a vegetable platter, we had pork dumplings, prawn dumplings, and glass noodles. Okay, so those 4 things, and obviously we had the combination of the spicy broth and the bone broth. Okay, so right off the bat, the noodle portion, as you can see, is very small. Okay, the vegetable platter has a lot of mushrooms and things like that, but it also has a lot of lettuce, and we're not people who eat hot lettuce, so it's not something that we put into the soup. It's also not something that we just eat on its own. Yeah, and the dumplings that we had, unfortunately for me, it could have been 100% proper meat in the dumplings, but to me it tasted very like processed and fake. I didn't like it at all. But yeah, overall I think that it is a bit expensive for what it is, but you have to take into account the experience of it, because you're sitting at a table where you can literally, you know, cook things in a broth in front of you, and it's totally different vibe than what we're used to. So if you factor that in, that was basically, it kind of justified it a little bit, but it was a bit expensive for me personally. Second, the atmosphere. So when you walk in, I did look at reviews on the internet where they said that the managers are really rude. But when I walked in, the manager, he welcomed us. He was very like smiley. Every time I saw him when I went to the bathroom, because As you can see, I'd use the bathroom quite a lot because I am pregnant, and the bathrooms were clean, by the way. So he was friendly. The waiter was extremely helpful. Okay, she kept coming to ask if we were okay. She even made a dipping sauce for my husband. She gave us advice on how to order and things like that. So the service and the customer service there was fantastic. Even when we were leaving, they thanked us. They hoped that we enjoyed. So yeah, that was fantastic. The atmosphere there was great, and everything was clean. The utensils were clean. The table was clean. Even the place where you put the hot pot in, next to it, there's a place where you can actually use the Korean barbecue if you order that. Everything was clean, so it was perfect. So, kind of quantity and value for money goes together with the cost. Like I said, because of the experience and what you're doing, it's very different to what we normally do. So, taking that into consideration, 500 Rand for two people, it's not bad. You're not going to be full, okay? But it's the experience, obviously. And then if you want to be bougie like us and get Wagyu, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But basically, I've tried it. I'm glad that I tried it. It was a fantastic experience. It was a fantastic place to have this experience. So I highly recommend. But I personally wouldn't go back and get it because it just wasn't to our taste. I mean, we love ramen noodles and things like that. But this was just too spicy. When I say too spicy, I mean, yes, it was hot, but the spice that was bothering us is the salt and the other spices that are in it that kind of concentrate into everything, making everything so salty and so overpowering, and everything tastes the same from like the mushroom to the corn to the dumpling. It was like a bit monotonous at the end. But yeah, look, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I'm very blessed that I was able to experience that. And if you guys are wanting to experience hot pot for the first time, I highly recommend using Biru. I will link their details in the description box below, so you can definitely check them out, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and take care, guys.